They talk about the weather.
All right, good morning. It is 9:32 AM on October 15th, and we're going to convene the RPRC meeting. The first order of business is adoption of the October 1st, 2024 minutes, which were sent out in advance of the meeting. I'll make a motion to adopt those minutes.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Hold on.
No sense.
Yeah, and you could just shout to him and say, we're starting, if you don't mind. All right. I got the way. Okay. All right, first up on our discussion item is 7 Rustling Lane. Good morning, Leah.
Oh, hi. Hi there. Sorry, I'm just changing my name on here. Hi.
Hi. All right, so you're up. Do you want to tell us just a bit about what you want to do? And I'll pull up the plans.
Yeah, sure. So we have a little shed on our property. I don't know if you all remember, but about 11 years ago, actually, our house burned down. So we had to do a total rebuild here at 7 Rustling Lane. But anyway, the shed was the only thing that didn't burn. But it's literally falling apart. So my husband and I have been thinking about this for a while to just make a nice shed for storage, but maybe to put a little studio on top of it so we can have a room for our teenage kids and to hang out, but also as a workspace for us. So that's basically it. You can see the plans.
Yep. Yep, that's good. So I'll just pull up the site plan so you can see where we're talking about existing houses.
The street, where is the
Right
street?
back from the street.
It's set back from the street.
No, what street is it? It's Rustling. I'm trying to place where that's located.
Okay. See, they have a little,
Oh, okay.
yeah, a little map right at the edge of.
Okay, I'll see
over
it.
there. Yeah. So house, driveway, and then this is gonna be the new detached structure. No, I don't have any, real major concerns. It looks like it's gonna be a nice project here. There'll be utilities in here, but no kitchen, right?
Slower.
Sure.
Yeah, we're excited. Sorry, there's just a little feedback. So yeah, we'll plan to have electricity, but no running water. So our plan is to actually do one of those compost toilets, and have a tank that we can just fill up with the hose so that we can wash hands and clean, but no running water, no drinkable water.
Code wise. Okay. Yeah. There's no prohibition on connecting it to your existing utilities.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think we were just thinking that, nobody would be sleeping out there. It would be more like a workspace. And it would also prohibit our kids from moving back in with us when they're in college, out of college.
Yeah.
But
you could
that's
connect
good to know.
to your septic system and your well. You can do that.
Okay.
There's no prohibition on it.
Okay, good. Well, I'll talk that over with Roger and my husband.
Yeah. The only issue would be whether or not it would be considered a bedroom or a dwelling, but if you're just gonna put a half a bath in there, not.
Yeah, it'd just be half a bath and a studio.
Yeah. All right.
But in any case, maybe if they want to connect it, if they wanted to connect it to their sewer, would they need a letter of no objection from the health department? Or would they not?
They may.
They may,
Yeah, it's
right?
small, I don't know. Yeah.
So, I mean, the bottom line, if you wanted to use something like an E1 system to eject up the septic, then you might have to file with the health department and get what's called a letter of no objection from them as well, which could take a little time and effort too.
You
Yeah,
know
they might
what?
look
I can tell you right now, we don't want to do water. We've already decided, so,
Okay.
um, we're all
And
good
if-
there.
It's a storm warrior, 25-year storm. You might need a blasting permit. There's a lot of rock on the property, or chipping permit.
Could you go back to the front
Sure.
and
The-
talk about the
a lot.
materials, please?
Sorry, you
Yep.
asking me to talk it through, or?
What are the materials on
Oh,
the exterior?
okay.
Certainty use system.
I wish my architect were here to talk
Sorry.
about it. He'll be much more educated on it, but basically we're
Stone.
hoping to do a nice stone facade on one side here. And then
Oh, it's a good looking.
actual
I'm
house.
wondering,
or-
relates to the house.
Oh, okay. So yes, can you address that? How does what this structure, how does it compare to your existing house?
Yeah, we wanted there to be a flow. So I'm sorry, I am not that, I should be better. Our house is not wood. It's actually, it's the cement siding, but it looks like wood.
Mhm.
And
Hardboard.
so that's what we're planning to do on the shed too. But then to have, half of it have this nice stone facade. With the glass sliding doors on two sides so that it's an easy open access to the garden. And then this area that you just went through with those kind of shutter type doors, that's where the shed will be. And it'll be kind of, it'll go, there'll be a ramp that goes on kind of down
Yes.
in the shed. And this little decorative wall here, it's going to be a little patio outside. So that's the shed side where the kind of shutter doors are. And to the right of it, you see those kind of, they look like steps, but it's actually a big boulder that we have there in the garden, which is going to be so pretty because we'll be able to kind of look at that big boulder through those glass sliding doors. And that freestanding wall, we're planning on, it's just to kind of have a little bit of privacy with our neighbors, and we're planning to have like nice plants. There's a way that you can hook plants on that wall so that it'll be like a green wall. I hope that all makes sense.
Yep, looks good. All right, I'll make a motion to send this to the building department.
Super.
We got a second, right?
Yes, second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, looks good, excellent project, so we'll post whatever comments we have today, later today on the website. And then you'll address those comments and submit to the building department for a permit.
Okay. Thank you so much for your help. We really
Hey.
appreciate it. I'll
All
fill
right,
right
take care.
in. Okay, take care, guys. Thank you.
Good luck.
Bye.
Next, 30 Grove,
Opposite end of town,
opposite end, complete opposite, actually.
but as far travel in North Castle.
Yeah,
Then you've done. Well,
Adolfo, you're up in your project. Morning.
Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing?
Good. Let me, well, why don't you just tell the committee what you're proposing, and I'll pull up your plans and show them.
It's been
All right.
constructed.
So, my patio backyard, it was actually, well, I don't know if you guys remember, but during the summer, I applied for a permit to remove a tree that it was actually in the way of
yeah.
the. Hello?
Yes, I remember now.
So the tree was actually in the way of the retaining wall, and also part of the patio, actually. This patio on this house, I don't know if the town has any record, but the house was actually empty and abandoned for like several years. The patio was at one given point covered with, how you call that, flat stones and gravel that through the years had been like breaking and loosened, and there was only just a patch at the given point, but it was an uneven patch. So I had to actually replace the whole patio with pavers, and I I thought it was, okay to actually just replace the patio until I was actually told that I needed to apply for a permit, and here I am.
So, Adolfo, so there was a patio there?
That's my patio. That's my backyard. At one given point,
No, I know it's there now, but was there a full patio there beforehand?
there was the area was covered with flat stone and gravel, and the gravel and the flat stones broke up, and they were in very bad shape, and they had to be replaced, and it was becoming
Yeah.
very dangerous, situation
So,
for us.
so Rob, is this a repair? What is it? What is this?
Little violation.
Oh, this was a violation.
I don't know, I thought you said it was legalization, I thought you said it was.
Adolfo, did you get a stop work order or something from the town?
Yes.
Ah, okay. And what happened? Because you were out there repairing this patio and then
I was told that I needed to apply for the permit that you guys have in your hands.
yeah, no, you look, you'll need the permit. I'm trying to understand
So what I was told is that
do you need to
because
deal
of
with coverage and stormwater.
the area
Yeah, well, that's-
had more than
you-
1,000,
This is your
around
permits.
1,000 square footage. I had to apply for a permit from the town to cover the area in
Yeah.
the bricks that I'm doing, in the papers that I did. So I wasn't aware about that situation, because in my understanding, I was replacing one material with another one, because the other one was, already loose. So actually the materials that were removed, the parts that were still in like decent shape, they are actually in the back of the house. So I explained that to Ivan, the
Yeah.
inspector that came to my home.
All right, well, so how do we want to deal with this? Tony and Rob, like,
To look into it.
Yeah.
all right, so
I even gave him a stop work one, but he obviously must have investigated it before he did that. You know, so.
all right,
But
all right,
what
so-
was there, what was
Yeah.
legally there and what was there are two different things. Maybe, maybe Ivan found there was an expansion of it,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So, I guess,
There is no
Oh, it's-
expansion. The
I'll
the
have to
patio has the
investigate
same
it. I'll let-
area.
Yeah, because I can see there's drains in the picture too, they put drains in the end.
Whatever I come up with, I'll do.
Adolfo, can you say what did you just to say? We didn't catch that.
I say that there was no expansion of the area at all. The area is still the same as the prior area. The only thing that got replaced was the pavers, and we continued the fence, the PVC fence, because we had a wooden fence that it was in decay, so we had to replace it. We also fixed the retaining wall as well.
Okay, and Adolfo, can you talk about the drainage that's on the edge of the patio that we see? Was that there, or did you add that?
The drains, there was a French drain that it was actually clean and repaired, and we connected the drains to the French drain. It's right there below in the middle of the patio.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right, so look, we'll send this on to the building department, and then the building department and the engineer will figure out exactly, what else, if anything, you need to do, in particular with the stormwater mitigation and the coverage. Okay?
Okay, no
So this
problem.
is Yeah, this is how we have to do it. So I'll make a motion to send this to the building department.
I mean, anything else that I need to do on my end, or just now wait
make
for the
a
building
motion.
department?
No, you're gonna wait until
He's gonna make an application.
well, yes, you're gonna send it to the building department to get the permit, based on what we talked about today.
Sure. I don't know. I don't even know what kind of permit from the building department I have to get.
So you're gonna fill out a residential building permit for the work that you did. And
Okay.
then we'll review it, make a determination if you need to do drainage or not.
On average, how long does it take to get all of that done? Counting that I get the things ASAP.
Probably 1 to 2 weeks.
Okay, no problem.
But I need a second on that.
I seconded.
Oh, okay. All in favor? Aye. All right, so we'll get this sorted out, but this step is done and you're done with this committee, Adolfo, okay?
All right, no problem. Thank you so much.
So we're gonna post the determination letter this afternoon on the town's website, okay?
Got it. Okay, got it. Thank you, guys. Thank you,
Take care.
everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye. What happened here? Last one. The trickiest. Let's get Dan on here. Dan, hi. How are you, Dan?
Oh,
What's wrong?
I don't seem to have.
Can you hear us?
Ah,
All right, well, we'll get started. Dan, if you sort out the sound, just
Testing.
jump in. Yeah, we hear you. We hear
can
you.
anybody hear me?
Yeah,
I guess he can't hear us.
okay, so what should have been an easy application is a little bit more complicated. So if you recall, this project was recently before the planning board and I guess, yeah, the conservation board and the ARB. I think it hit all of them. And this is Byron Ridge Road.
I think I'm there.
Yeah, we hear you, Dan.
I don't hear anybody.
He cannot hear us.
I know, but that's not on our end. So what the applicant is looking to do is install a fence along the clearing and grading limit line that was approved when the house went in. And that there are some boulders that were defining that wetland buffer area, and they'd like to install a fence there, which so coterminous to the area of disturbance should be fine. But we've got a pretty
Can't make the
significant
sound work.
negative report from Kellard.
And it appears they filled.
That they filled in
into that.
the buffer. So, you know, in light of that,
Working?
yeah, in light of that, I think the conservation board and the planning board have to take a closer look, see what's going on out there. This was,
How much fill did they bring in?
I don't know yet,
Yeah, we don't know.
don't know yet.
Ah,
I mean, it's not feet,
I can't make
By
it
the
work.
pictures, it's like a drag down and drag down and drag down.
but this was the critical environmental issue when we're reviewing this whole project, so it's
Hello?
disappointing.
Mr. Sherman, how was your weekend?
Oh, it was good. I'm supposed to be on a Zoom with the town of North Castle and I can't make the sound
Yes.
work. Yeah,
you're gonna have to you use your phone like you did with me. You're gonna have to.
but I don't know, they're all in this,
Get a call number.
it's like,
Am I gonna have the renderings tomorrow to look at?
yeah, Bob's doing them right now.
You're the best. Thanks,
I've
man.
got an-
Okay,
You wanna-
but I'll call you if I have any questions.
Yeah.
I'll make a motion planning.
Okay, so,
We're not gonna do anything with it here.
Second,
wait, hold on. So that was Rob,
I got it.
Christopher, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, let me see if I can send Dan a note.
I can't,
What was the fill put into you?
Oh, yeah, I don't have the, let me see if they took the special report in my packet. We'll do.
516. Hello?
hey Dan, it's Chris Carthy.
Oh, hi.
Listen, we
I
can
see.
hear you and all, but you can't hear us.
No, I can't. I see you on the
Um,
phone.
Right, so anyhow, the bottom line is, we've taken some action here,
Well,
and Adam will
why
get
don't you
back
just
to
put it on
us.
speaker?
Okay, I'll put you on speaker.
Okay. I don't know
Yeah,
why.
Dan,
Okay.
all right, so Dan, hi, it's Adam. So we talked about how this was originally going to be a relatively simple application, putting the fence along the previously approved disturbance line. So it's normally not a problem, but we received an inspection report from the town engineer saying that the applicant brought some fill into the wetland buffer there, all that area that was supposed to be protected. And that's, that's a problem because that was the critical environmental issue when we were reviewing the original site plan. Yeah. Okay, got it. Yeah, so I guess he brought Phil down there, next to that, to the lake. So we left it with, we voted and said this should go back to the planning board and the conservation board so we could take a closer look. Because that area was supposed to be off limits, protected with the boulders. So, let's deal with the mitigation plan. Can that fill be removed? And we'll see what the conservation board and the planning board want to do. Okay?
Adam, let me just bring up one point.
Yeah.
If the applicant decides not to go forward with the fence, does the applicant still need to address the fill issue? Will there be consequences if he just abandons
Yeah,
the
because
plan?
that report is gonna go to the building department, and I'm guessing they'll issue a notice of violation.
Okay, so that's my point is, and then the applicant should be aware of the fact that
Yeah, no, they're gonna have to.
if
deal with
they
this.
walk away from the application just to put the fence in, it's not gonna solve their problem. That's what I'm getting
Yeah,
at.
I mean, we should probably issue that notice, anyway, just for paperwork purposes,
Okay,
right? So we keep
Yeah.
tabs on this.
yep, that's my point.
Will the comments be clear? Because, I
Yeah.
just new to this whole project, but they had a sale of this house pending on the placement of the fence. So it meant quite a lot. to them. So,
That's unfortunate. No, we'll be clear on what the next steps are and what has to happen. Hopefully they can build that into, as a contingency or
Right.
whatever, but yeah, we'll be clear.
So would it be possible eventually to get affected once they?
Yes. I think so, yeah, because we already put the boulders along the wetland buffer line. So I don't see any issue with putting the fence, and why don't you tell us, is the new homeowner concerned, like for small kids getting into that lake, is that? Okay, yeah,
Yeah, and just relaying that they can eventually get the fence there after they do what they need to do. The builder does what he needs to do will help the sale, from what I'm understanding.
all right.
If they get the.
Okay, so then, you know what?
eventually they can have-
So maybe let's vote on that particular aspect, so we can put that in the comments, so. George and the rest of the board, so we'll note that they have to come back to the planning board and conservation for mitigation for the wetland buffer disturbance. But the request to put the fence at that existing
CGL line.
CGL line, can we approve that today? I'm comfortable doing that.
I'll make a motion to approve the fence on the clearing and grading limit line.
Wait, Rob's got a question before.
Why wouldn't it just all go to planning? Doesn't it all have to go to planning?
So I went up there, it looked like it was kind of roughed up, but that was all fill, it was like clumps of dirt.
Well, Rob's got a point. They're gonna be in front of planning anyway.
But we were just trying to communicate
Yeah.
in the notes that for the sake of the sale, that, well, why don't we just put a note in then, Adam, that it's unlikely that the planning board will have any objection to the location of the fence on the clearing and grading limit line.
Yeah, so we don't know that.
Well, I know that.
We don't know that, Christopher.
I know, I.
Conditions afterwards.
Yeah,
I mean, in the planning grade, is that within the 100-foot buffer?
Yeah.
So it's within the 100-foot buffer, so you still have to approve it. Planning board still would have to approve it. So we're just forwarding it to the planning and conservation for the fill in the fence. At this point. We
all
can't
right,
give an
all right,
approval for a
we
fence
can't
if
do
it's within
that,
the buffer.
but, I'll see what language I can put on there to articulate that, but it's not gonna be an approval, Dan. But we do think that's achievable.
So, the ones, like I said, look like they need to clean that away, and can they feed it to grass or feed it to something?
This will be a conversation with the conservation board.
Phil
You
may
know,
have to come out.
yeah, the fill might have to come out. Typically, we don't like to see lawn there, It might be some sort of wetland mix or wetland buffer mix, something.
Like I said.
Yeah.
All right, well, thanks for tuning in. I don't know why lately the sound has not worked on my Zoom calls.
Ah,
Thanks for
no,
calling.
your microphone works fine. It's your speakers. Yeah, we heard you fine.
That's
Okay,
it. I can't make it work.
yep, all right. Take care again.
Okay, thanks.
Bye. All right, so let's. Yes, I'm glad you had his number in. So that's the end of our agenda. So it's 9:59 and we adjourn